we had begun our journey to become an aware consumer and also to make others an aware consumer. For example, this young adolescent like Sweetie. And we were talking about consumer education and protection. And this is the third video of the series. And if you haven't watched last two, you can go back and see them at Knowledge is Fun 2020. So welcome to this third session where we'll be talking about Consumer Protection Act. We discussed it briefly and also the rights and responsibilities of a consumer. A consumer is basically the unit or the smallest unit of any economic system of any country. And if the economics has to flourish, the country has to develop, the consumer needs to be aware and also educated and protected legally and socially also. That is the need of consumer education and protection. That is, it helps a consumer to effectively deal with clever and deceptive market interests. See, whoever is the manufacturer or the seller, he would be interested in making huge or the maximum profits. The profits are justified in any economic system, capitalist or socialist, but not at the cost of the consumer. So the marketing strategies have to keep the problems of the consumer in mind, and a consumer cannot be exploited. So a consumer should be aware and educated about their rights, responsibility and protection mechanisms. If a consumer is aware, then the whole economy of the market will be protected and move in the proper direction. A consumer should be empowered and equipped to protect themselves, to protect their rights and ensure that they are not taken for granted. It will also help the consumer to understand legislation and policy matters which are there in a particular country. So I hope that along with Sweetie, we are all going to be aware customers or consumers who are aware of their rights, interests, the business, the organizations, the regulations, competitions, etc., so that we can help the country develop. So, the Consumer Protection Act, we also talked about it in the last video, came around only in 1986. Till 1986, the consumer had nowhere to go if they were mistreated or exploited by the manufacturers or the sellers. It was when the United Nations stated that the consumers need to be protected in 1986 that India followed it and legally formulated this act as Consumer Protection Act. So it's not a very old act but very important act. The significance is that it is the landmark legislation in the interest of consumer. And we talked about it earlier also that every individual is a consumer sometimes or the other. The function of Consumer Protection Act is to prevent the fraudulent trade practices and to redress the grievances of the consumer. If you haven't watched it, I'll give you the link and you can watch the video again. We'll just go through it fast. The principle is to help the consumer protect himself and provide redressal, and therefore it gives an authority to complain and also to seek compensation if any harm has been brought about to the consumer. It applies to both the goods and services. Now, what are the rights which are there for a consumer? Do you understand what do we mean by right? Sure. The rights are basically the power or the protection which is offered to you by the government. So, Government India has accepted, established and enshrined all the three. 6 consumer rights under the Consumer Protection Act. So this Consumer Protection Act basically gives you 6 rights to a safe market. The first right is the right to safety. Second is right to be informed. Third is right to choose. Fourth is right to be heard. The fifth is right to redressal or compensation, and the sixth is right to education. This right to education is not going to the school. that every child up to 14 years of age has free education. No, this is for a consumer to be educated about his rights and to make him aware. So these are the rights which are or should be provided legally to protect consumer interest. If these are provided legally and the consumer is aware, remember जागो ग्राहक जागो, अगर वो जगा हुआ है तब the whole market and the manufacturers will be very aware and will not take the consumers for granted. So ensure that all consumers obtain goods and services of reasonable quality and at fair prices. This is the whole motive. Whatever you are buying, whatever you are consuming should be at a reasonable quality and fair prices. The price which you are buying should be suitable for whatever you are buying. Now remember one thing, these four rights from 1, 2, 3, 4, that is safety, inform, choose and heard, these are known as basic rights. Okay, and there are two more rights, that is right to redressal and right to education. These are the additional rights which are offered in our constitution. So the constitution has given you an entire infrastructure or the foundation to raise your voice against any injustice which is done to you, but it is up to the consumer to raise his voice. So the first right is right to safety, and this right implies that we have a right to be protected against products, production processes and services. So includes all products, production processes and services which are hazardous to our health or life. So it's not just a product. Suppose some industry or a small business is going on close to our house and the fumes are harming us. It's polluting the environment, the neighborhood. So this production process is also covered under the consumer safety. The next is right to be informed. This is not the RTI Act. This is right to be informed for each consumer. So right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard and price of goods and services, so that we can protect the consumers against unfair trade practices. और इसीलिए आप देखो, you have labels on all the things that we buy from the market. If they are labeled and actually approved by the government. Or अब if you talk to your parents or grandparents, there was no concept of MRP, manufacturing date, expiry date, how to use a product, but now it is mandatory, especially on eatables, to contain such things. It is only to inform the customer what he is buying and what is the quality. Then you have the right to choose. Right to choose implies that access to products of varying quality and quantities, prices, size and design are available in the market at competitive prices, and the consumer has a right to choose whatever he wants to buy according to his needs and wants. It is, for example, if you go to a market and the shopkeeper says that you have to buy this particular product, या फिर यही वाला जो product है या यही वाली मिठाई मान लीजिए है, so this is the sweet which you should buy. So it is not necessary that you have to listen to him. और अगर कोई ऐसा ट्रेड प्रैक्टिस है कि you go to a shop and the shopkeeper says कि you have to buy minimum 2 meters of cloth, या you have to buy minimum half kg of product, so it is not acceptable and you can complain, क्योंकि इसमें quantities you need to buy as per your needs and wants. So nobody can force you to buy the things which he wants to sell. A consumer is free to buy whatever he needs as much as he needs. तो कोई आपको अगर force करे, you have a right to choose and refuse. Then is the right to heard. अगर कोई नहीं सुन रहा है and he is forcing you कि नहीं, you have to buy this और आपको आधा ही किलो लेना पड़ेगा, या at least 2 meters is necessary to buy, in that case you have a right to be heard. So it is the right to be represented in various forums, be it consumer court. अगर consumer court में नहीं होता, you can go into the court, या फिर you have arbitration centers also, NGOs. So on various forums you have the right to be heard, and all these forums is actually working to ensure the welfare of the consumer. This is the final motive, and for this both the state and voluntary agencies are providing such forums. So if you feel that injustice has been done to you, you have been misled, then you have a right to be heard. Now these are The additional rights, matlab right to seek redressal. This is an additional right. That is, you have a right to seek redressal against any unfair or unscrupulous trade practices. कोई भी unfair trade practice है, if you go to a shopkeeper, आप अगर मिठाई तोलवा रहे हो, अगर वो मिठाई के साथ तोलता है या फिर डब्बे के साथ, सॉरी, or if you are going to a vegetable vendor, a grocery shop, and he is weighing with an unapproved weights or measures or a stone, then these are all unfair or unscrupulous trade practices. These are everyday trade practices where we are duped. It could be that we don't have change, एक टॉफी ले जाओ और एक चिप्स का पैकेट ले जाओ. These are all unfair trade practices, and so it gives you a right to seek redressal, and it also includes right to fair settlement or genuine grievances. अगर कोई grievance है तो you have a right to seek a fair settlement, and also to receive compensation for quality goods and services. Suppose you have bought a television, and right from day one or just a week after or a month after, it is not working. The company is not listening to you. It is not exchanging it. It is not respecting the guarantee or the warranty is it offered. So in that case, you have a right to receive compensation. Or suppose there was a short circuit because of any electrical product which you purchased. It could be a refrigerator or TV, and some other person has received a shock or has been harmed by the product, then you can receive compensation also. Then you have the right to consumer education. Remember, Grahak Jago. All these videos are also a step towards making consumer educated. The right to acquire knowledge and skills to be informed consumer. And if you are informed, you can make wise decisions while purchasing goods. So the next time somebody offers you one toffee or a chocolate, in case of he doesn't have a change, and you feel like raising your voice, you can always raise it. If you go back to the shopkeeper and say, see, I've got 5 toffees and I don't have 5 rupees, will he respect that? When he is not ready to take it back, he has no right to sell it to you also. So be aware of your rights, and being aware of a right is the first duty of every consumer. So you can take informed decisions while purchasing goods, hiring services, solving problems yourself. And remember, all these 6 rights are very important. This chapter is very interesting and important. All these, many students have been asking me notes. Remember, these are just like your notes. You can note them down in your copies, and your notes are ready for your exams. It is absolutely as per the NCERT syllabus. Now, I was talking about the rights which have been given to you by the Consumer Protection Act, that is the government. Besides the government, you have many other non-governmental organizations also which are working towards making the consumer more aware. Now, the importance of these NGOs is that these voluntary consumer organizations play a very important role in consumer education and protection because of their non-partisan interest. They are neither a party to the manufacturer or the consumer or the government. They are basically only voluntary consumer organizations which aim towards making a consumer more comfortable. The functions of these non-governmental organizations or NGOs, now as I'll refer to, is to disseminate the information through magazines, booklets, newsletters, buying guides, audiovisual material, and any research reports. So they conduct studies, they publish their researches through magazines, booklets, and makes the consumer aware. They also test the products, create consumer awareness about the harmful and unsafe products. I'll just give you an example. Do you remember कि जो हम आइसक्रीम्स खाते हैं, this is something you could relate to, so I'm picking it up. आइसक्रीम्स आप वॉल्स की खाते हो, मदर डेयरी की खाते हो, कभी just go and look at the label. तो इन दोनों के लेबल में डू यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? कुछ आइसक्रीम्स ऐसी होंगी जिन पे लिखा होगा आइसक्रीम, और कुछ ऐसी होंगी जिन पे लिखा होगा फ्रोजन डेजर्ट. कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई इज इट? Because this was raised by certain NGOs, and the manufacturers had to amend and recognize the difference between ice creams and frozen desserts. If you haven't noticed it, just go and have a look sometimes. Okay. Now, another function is to disseminate information about legislative provisions for consumers. And if you are aware, you can always raise a voice. They also provide legal advice and advocacy. They handle consumer grievances and also act as vigilance groups. कुछ टाइम पहले कोल्ड ड्रिंक्स के ऊपर भी आया था दैट दे कंटेन certain chemicals. So this is all raised by certain NGOs, and they also offer legal advice to the people who are interested in it. They also hold public meetings, they have libraries and documentation centers which can help the consumers. They also play a very important role in creating consumer awareness, and not just in creating awareness but also empowering the consumers towards their rights, and they also empower the consumer movement so that the society and the whole economy is more balanced and fulfills the needs of the consumer. Certain examples of consumer organization in India, these are just a few. There are lot many organization in India and also international organization. The first example I'll give is of Voice. It is Delhi based organization, and it also brings out its edition which is Consumer Voice, and CERC is from Ahmedabad, and it also brings out its publication which is Insight. Okay. Now the last thing we'll discuss in this video is the responsibility of the consumers. Remember, rights and responsibilities, they go hand in hand. Right of one person is always the responsibility of another person. You must have heard it many a times in history, pol science, civics, बहुत जगह. So एक जने का जो right है, that is the responsibility of somebody else. If you have been given rights, it is your responsibility to be more aware and to raise your voice against any dishonest dealings. So there are 9 rights. We'll just go through it. First is that you have to be honest in dealings and pay for all purchases. तो सबसे पहला यही है. ऐसा ना हो you go to a shop and say यार मैं रसीद नहीं लूंगा तो पैसे कम कर दो. So first of all, you have to be honest in dealings and pay for all the purchases along with the taxes on your purchases. Then is you need to be updated of all the knowledge and laws and the legislative provisions by the government so that you can raise your voice against them. Whenever you want to buy something, go and conduct a market survey to find the different brands, their features, and compare the prices. Now it's not difficult to conduct the market surveys. Most of the products are there online also. You can compare it. अगर आप insurance खरीद रहे हो, TV खरीद रहे हो, mobile खरीद रहे हो, you have most of the things or the details of the product which are available online. Then you are free to choose from variety available as per your needs and requirements. Remember, you have a right to choose. So you should be responsible and choose as per your requirements and not as per the recommendations of the seller. You have to reach all the information given on the brochure or the label. So if an information is mentioned on the label and then you say that I have been duped, then you can't be held responsible because you didn't read the label. It's your responsibility to read the label. Then buy products with standardization mark. They might be a little more expensive, but even then, in the long run, they'll be helping both you and getting the society on the right track. Keep receipts and other relevant documents of purchase. Once you buy a product, it could be a mobile, television, laptop, or any other product. Whenever you get the receipts, medicines, keep the receipts so that if you later realize that you were misleaded, then you can raise a voice. In court or whenever you go to a consumer court or the NGOs, the receipts are going to speak for themselves. So in services, read and understood. In services, by services I mean for example if you are buying some insurance, banks, तो ये सब services में आता है. तो अगर आप insurance, banks, shares में, if you are mutual funds, if you are buying any of these services, read and understand all the terms and conditions. आपने मान लीजिए किसी बैंक से लोन लिया and later on you say that मेरे को तो इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा interest आ रहा है. So it is your fault if you haven't read or understood the terms. Read all the terms, conditions, liabilities, service charges, everything in details. And be aware about the various national and international consumer organizations. If it is possible, be a member of any national or international organization so that you are aware and you also have a foundation or a base where you can raise your voice. तो इसके बहुत सारे examples हैं. If you just browse through the net, you will realize that because of this Consumer Protection Act, so many changes have been brought about, so many responsibilities are there on the manufacturers, and it has made the life of consumers easy. पहले आपने देखा म्यूचुअल फंड के साथ कोई भी ऐड नहीं आता था, कोई भी डिस्क्लेमर नहीं आता था. फिर स्पीड पे आने लगा म्यूचुअल फंड से सब्जेक्ट यू कुडंट अंडरस्टैंड इट. So now it has all to be mentioned in black and white. So it is your responsibility to go through it to keep your eye open. Okay. So this is all in this video. We'll discuss about some other things which are left, and especially your career scope and the knowledge and skills required if you have to pursue this career. Okay. So I'll see you in the next video in the new talk with the last part of this uh, session. And thanks for watching. If you have liked it, do give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends, because knowledge can be fun only if it's shared with everyone, and it's your responsibility to share your knowledge. Do subscribe to Knowledge is Fun 2020. See you in the next video. Bye bye.